So I thought today that I would finally talk about the 3 shows that I saw in New York over the weekend. And yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so on Friday night, we saw Waiting for Godot, and I have all my playbills because I liked them. But anyway, yeah, Waiting for Godot, starring, well, there's only a cast of like 5 people in this show. If you've ever studied Beckett, you've read Waiting for Godot, and yeah, there's not too much of a, I mean, there's a plot, but not really. Very cyclical plot because it's the greatest existential work ever written, pretty much. But yeah, there's only 5 people in it, and it starred Nathan Lane, Bill Irwin, John Goodman, and John Glover, who, if you watch Heroes, he was Siler's dad on Heroes. Little tidbit for you. So this show is pretty awesome, actually. It's, like I said, there's not a whole lot of plot to it, but it's very funny and sad and awesome. I mean, it's just a great show. It was a really good show. They were still in previews for this show, so that means it hasn't technically opened yet. So there was no criticism. There's no critiques on it really yet. But yeah, it was really good. I liked it a lot. Nathan Lane is a fantastic actor. I was thrilled to actually see him perform live. I really love his work, so it was a great show. Moving on to Saturday. During one of our workshops on Friday, we actually learned some of the choreography to Shrek the Musical, which, contrary to what you might think, was actually really amazing. It was my favorite of the 3 shows we saw. It was that good. So in Shrek the Musical, it's, you know, the same plot as Shrek the movie, but with musical numbers added, obviously, but some of the plot changed too. I mean, they left some things out, added some things in, and it was amazing. And Shrek the Musical starred Brian Darcy James, Sutton Foster, there goes Skype, I don't care. But how they did Farquaad was the actor actually was on his, like he was walking on his knees, and then they just had these little legs put in front of him. I'll show you a picture. Okay, so here's actually the number that we learned the choreography to, and if you can see, there are the little legs right there. So he's actually on his knees, and there's like this black fabric that goes behind his costume. And I thought it was the best thing ever because they kind of joked around, like they kind of made it obvious that he was actually had these fake legs. And in some of the choreography, he would like take his hands and like cross the legs. And he would make this face like, yeah, I'm crossing my own legs and I don't care. And it was great. I loved it so much. It was just amazing, seriously. Like it wasn't a bad show at all, contrary to that. I mean, it was awesome. I'm done with Shrek now. I just found this little sheet in my Shrek CD album, and it's got ringtone codes. Ah! Okay, on to the next one. West Side Story, which was very good. It was not amazing, but it was very good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't fantastic. There were some problems. So in the performance that we saw, we had the understudy playing Maria, and it was pretty obvious that it was her first time or one of her first times running through the show all the way through. But other than that, it was pretty good. The guy that played Tony, his voice bothered me when he sang. It was like, ugh. But everything else was really good. The dancing was very pretty. I liked it. But you know, I was sobbing at the end, of course, because it's a very depressing ending. But yeah, if you're in New York ever, I would suggest to go see these. Let's rearrange these. These 3 shows, because they're really good, and I had a fantastic time watching them. So I'm going a little long on this video, so everybody have a Zeldaphan day, and I'll see you tomorrow.